Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today's video, top 5 Nintendo franchises that I think should come back for the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo has so many franchises, past, present, and even future, obviously, that have so much potential for this brand new console. Where to begin? With the Nintendo Switch reveal trailer, we've had quite a few first-party Nintendo franchises that have been confirmed for the Switch. We had a new Mario, Mario Kart, Splatoon, and even Zelda. Those are pretty big heavy hitters, but what about the other ones that people have missed, that haven't had games in years? First, I would like a new F-Zero game. F-Zero was one of those games when it first came out, I was awestruck. I really wasn't into racing games, but F-Zero changed it all. When I first saw this game, it was actually in one of those Super Nintendo Power arcade cabinets that they used to have at Walmart's. I remember hearing the music loud and clear and seeing F-Zero being played by somebody else that was at the machine at the time, and when I saw it, I knew I had to play it. When the Nintendo 64 had its sequel, just as good as ever, and still plays pretty good to this day, and the GameCube version was pretty good. We had 2 sequels to the original, and we have yet to see a proper console sequel. Sure, the Wii U had a fast Neo racing spiritual successor, but that's not the same. It's about time we got a proper F-Zero sequel. Next up, we have Kid Icarus. Now, Kid Icarus is one of those former Nintendo characters that used to be kind of a mascot. I mean, they were a character in Captain N. Should we talk about that? And I like to think they were a pretty popular NES game back in the day. Not to mention, there was even a Game Boy sequel. And a few years ago, we even had Kid Icarus Uprising on the 3DS, which I thought was going to be a return of the franchise. Me personally, I thought the game was awesome and a very interesting concept. I definitely would like to see something like this put on to the Nintendo Switch. Next up, Wave Race. Wave Race, I was first introduced to it from the Nintendo 64. I didn't even know there was a Game Boy version of it originally. Mind fucking blowing. But I remember playing the Nintendo 64 version a lot when it first came out with my friends, and I was amazed at how realistic the graphics looked at the time. I'm not too familiar with the GameCube version, but I do know that it's high time we've gotten a Wave Race. Nintendo has a following of Wave Race fans that have sat patiently for years and not even complained. They're not even one of the most vocal Nintendo fan groups of all of them. I mean, ask Metroid fans. Nintendo, throw the Wave Race fans a bone, please. My most favorite NES title of all time was Punch-Out, and I absolutely have loved every single sequel ever since the original. Punch-Out is one of my most nostalgic games. It's pure fun, and Super Punch-Out was just exactly the same. Cartoony nonsense, awesome strategy gameplay, and then when they came out with the Wii Punch-Out, holy shit, did I love this. The graphic style of it, the way it played, the challenge, everything was there. I would definitely love a new Punch-Out to be on the NX. And, you know, spice it up, throw some nods onto the original, fuck it, make some amiibos if you want, but Punch-Out is a title that definitely needs to be put on the Nintendo Switch, in my opinion. Alright, so before we get to number 1, we got some honorable mentions. Metroid. Everybody wants a new Metroid. Ooh, Federation Force. Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings would be a good one. We also have Earthbound. I know Earthbound is one that people have been waiting for fucking several years. That fan base is so huge, it's ridiculous that there has not been another game. Nintendo is literally sitting on a gold mine of money with not releasing an Earthbound game. That would be as big as Zelda, in my opinion, and I'm not even an Earthbound fan. Alright, so this one is a very underrated title. A lot of people give this a stamp of underrated on the NES. Star Tropics. In my opinion, it's very Zelda-esque. This was an underrated title when it came out because not everybody was really into this type of game, but I think it is super neat. You have dungeon exploration, you have a weird gameplay mechanic where you jump on different tiles to activate switches, and you have a yo-yo for a weapon, and it's just all around just a goofy, fun game. And it even had a sequel that even gets talked about even less. How's that possible? I think Star Tropics is a perfect game to reintroduce to the Nintendo fan base with the Switch. Make it a awesome open world, you know, island hopping adventure, and we're talking. And well, guys, that's it. This was my quick top 5 for game franchises from Nintendo that I would like to see on the Nintendo Switch. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.